Hello everyone. Now I am going to explain about the analog pulse modulation. You already know that analog means it is a continuous signal. Pulse means it is a discrete or digital pulses. Now analog pulse modulation is classified as mainly two types. That's one is analog amplitude modulation PAM, that is pulse amplitude modulation, and the second one is analog time modulation. This analog time modulation is again divided into two parts. One is pulse width modulation PWM and another one is pulse position modulation PPM. Now the first one is pulse amplitude modulation. Here amplitude of the pulse is varies with respect to the amplitude of the modulating signal. PAM is an analog pulse modulation system in which signal is sampled at a regular intervals. Each sample amplitude is made proportional to the amplitude of the baseband signal, that is the modulating signal, at the instant of sampling. This pulse amplitude modulation is again divided into two parts. One is single polarity PAM, we have the signals only in the positive side, and another one is double polarity PAM, we have the signals in the positive and negative side. Here we have the waveform for single polarity and double polarity. You observe here, single polarity means the waveform is present in the positive side. We have the sample signals in the positive side, and at the output we have the pulse amplitude modulated signal. The amplitude of the pulse is varies with respect to the amplitude of the modulating signal, but here whole signal is present only in the positive side, so it is called as a single polarity PAM signal. Double polarity means the same procedure, but the signal is present in the positive as well as in the negative side. See here, this is M of t. This M of t is present in the positive as well as in the negative half cycle, and also S of t is also present in the positive and negative, and the pulse amplitude modulated signal is also present in the positive and negative, so it is called as a double sided or double polarity pulse amplitude modulated signal. It may be single polarity or double polarity. In both the cases, the amplitude of the pulse is changes with respect to the amplitude of the modulating signal. So it is called as pulse amplitude modulated signal. The next one is pulse width modulation. Its name only indicates the width of the pulse is varies with respect to the amplitude of the modulating signal. Width of the pulse is varies with respect to the amplitude of the modulating signal. PWM is also called as a pulse duration modulation, pulse width or pulse duration PDM. In pulse width modulation, pulses have constant amplitude. The amplitude is not changes. Here the amplitude is remains constant. Amplitude is remains constant and the width of the pulse is varies. You observe this waveform, pulse width modulation waveform. Here when the amplitude of the modulating signal is increases, the pulse width is goes on increases. Here we have the maximum pulse width. Then the amplitude of the modulating signal is decreases, the pulse width is goes on decreases. At the negative peak, the width of the pulse is minimum. But throughout the waveform, the width of the pulse is varies, amplitude is remains constant. So it is called as a pulse width modulation. The width of the pulse is proportional to the instantaneous amplitude of the baseband signal. The widest pulse represents positive peak, this one, and narrow pulse represents the negative peak of the baseband signal. Here this is the negative peak and this one is the positive peak. Next, third one is pulse position modulation. Here the position of the pulse is changes. Amplitude is constant as well as width of the pulse is constant, but position of the pulse is varies. Depends upon the amplitude of the modulating signal. The position of the pulse is varies, and that modulation technique is called as a pulse position modulation. In pulse position modulation, pulse have same constant amplitude and the same narrow pulse width. Pulse width is also same and amplitude is also same. But the position of the pulse is made to vary in proportion to the amplitude of the baseband signal. With respect to the baseband signal or the modulating signal, the position of the pulse is varies. Then it is called as a pulse position modulation. Position modulation is done in accordance with the pulse width modulated signal. Each trailing of the pulse width modulated signal becomes the starting point of the pulse in ppm signal. You observe here, this is the trailing edge, it is decreases, and this is the starting point of the ppm, and this one is the trailing edge. Here this indicates the ppm starting pulse. The position of the pulse is varies with respect to the amplitude of the modulating signal, then it is called as a pulse position modulation. Here the advantage of the pulse position modulation, as the amplitude and width of the ppm are constant, the power handled in is also constant. In ppm, the power handling capacity is same throughout the modulation technique. The disadvantage is synchronization is required in the transmitter and the receiver. Here without synchronization it is not possible to reconstruct the original signal at the receiving point. That is the disadvantage of the ppm. Now here we have the comparison of PAM, PWM and ppm. The first one is pulse amplitude modulated signal PAM. The second one is pulse width modulation signal PWM, and the third one is pulse position modulation, that is ppm. Here in the PAM, amplitude is varies. Amplitude is boson changes with respect to the amplitude of the modulating signal. In pulse width modulation, width is varies. Here amplitude is constant but width of the pulse is varies. And in the ppm, the position is varies. Here the pulse width as well as the interval is same, but the position of the pulses goes on changes. The second one is bandwidth depends on the width of the pulse. In the PAM, bandwidth required is depends on upon the width of the pulse. Here bandwidth depends on the rise time of the pulse, and in the ppm bandwidth depends on the rise time of the pulse. In the PWM and ppm, the bandwidth is depends upon the rise time of the pulse. Here in the PAM, the bandwidth is depends upon the width of the pulse. Then instantaneous transmitter power varies with the amplitude of the pulse, because here amplitude is not constant, amplitude is goes on changes, so that the power is also varies. Instantaneous transmitter power varies with the amplitude and width of the pulse. Here width is varies, therefore the transmitter power is varies with respect to the amplitude as well as width of the pulse. And in the ppm, instantaneous transmitter power remains constant with the width of the pulses. Here width of the pulse is very narrow and it is constant, therefore the instantaneous transmitter power is remains constant. Then system complexity is high in the PAM. In the pulse amplitude modulation, the system complexity is very high. In PWM, the system complexity is low, and similarly in the ppm also the system complexity is low. Only in the PAM the system complexity is slightly high, and in the PAM the noise interference is more, because amplitude is goes on varies. Due to that the noise interference is varies or it is very high. And in the ppm and in pwm the noise interference is low, because here amplitude is constant. Here the width of the pulse is changes, here the position of the pulse is changes. In both the cases the amplitude is constant, therefore the noise interference is low in pwm and in ppm. And this PAM is similar to amplitude modulation. Here amplitude of the modulating signal, amplitude of the sampled signal is varies with respect to the amplitude of the modulating signal. So it is similar to the amplitude modulation. and PWM is similar to the frequency modulation. Here width of the pulse is changes and PPM is similar to the phase modulation. This indicates the comparison of PAM, PWM and PPM. Okay, thank you.